Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the realm of Legendary Agwang. Today I'm going to be releasing some characters that I hadn't planned on releasing for a very long time until we reach the Millennium Tournament. These characters will be exclusive though. They'll only ever be released on the Patreon Vault treasures in the Chamber of Legends Vault. This will be for special mastered characters that I have put an extremely amount of work on. These are CAC Vault. Alright, so you really won't get this with a lot of cast characters. Those go out like normal, unless they're like a custom cast character or something. If I made like a Goku with all of his forms, Super Saiyan 4 and all the God forms, I would probably put him in there if he also came with a weapon or something like that. They have to have something really crazy and special for me to qualify them as one of those. So anyways, these will be released only for a limited time. They will disappear after the 7th. And they won't be released again until the Millennium Tournament comes out. So I'm going to drop Kaito, God of Destruction, and Ruco Mastered. I know a lot of you guys have been wanting to get my character for a minute. It's definitely the greatest character of all time for sure. But yeah, let's go ahead and start off with this, show you guys how to use him. Now he does have Super Saiyan God. I don't really want to show it, but you have to hold left to go into it. And I don't want to show it because, you know, fuck it, I'll show it. I'll show you why I don't want to show it. Because he still has the outfit. But that'll be fixed after this recorded video. Super Saiyan is just a neutral button. And if you hold up, you're going to Super Saiyan Blue. And then you go right to go Super Saiyan 4. And you hold right again to go Super Saiyan Prime. Alright, now the main event is this new form right here. The God of Destruction. This is what makes him so much more worth it. And this is one of the only characters that can really give a challenge to Ruco where I cannot hold back or try to sauce him up like that. I have to go all out, otherwise I will die very bad death. So you hold down and you go into this God of Destruction mode. Voila. Now, he comes with all custom skills. You know, this guy, this was a commission, and he finally decided to do the right thing, which was, you know, you have a cool character, but you need the cool character to do cool things. Otherwise, it just feels like a skin. So, I designed him a moveset that works best for this form, that makes him. It's pretty much what I would do if I was a God of Destruction. So, Destructive Burst, it's a quick little burst energy of Spears of Destruction. And if you hold it, it'll go into a super powerful burst. It'll turn into 1, right? Now, if you try to block this, it'll also break your stamina. Oops, my bad, guys. Little glitch. So yeah, let's get him to try to block it. And that's because what you just witnessed there, my character has a skill where if you hold up, I'll teleport behind you and use a charge attack. I didn't give him that because I didn't want him ripping off my style. Anyways, Destructive Maneuver is a very quick grab, right? So when you're fighting someone and you know they're blocking or whatnot, or if they just are only really weak against strike attacks like my Spirit Surge, this is a great way to get at them. Destructive Move is basically a good move. Now we also have Destructive Impact, and that is your counter. Everybody needs a good counter. Really good, really strong. I just love the way it looks, you know. So he kind of puts you inside of his own God bind. You know, it's like a destructive God's bind. So as he holds you there still, you charges up an attack in his hand. And this is going to pretty much mess you up real good. Pure pain and agony. Eyes roll back to your head, you know, just pure pain. I wish I could really emphasize the streaming for this, but yeah. Just realized he doesn't have a custom evasive. I guess he didn't want one. Alright, so the next thing up is, of course, he has the Omega Burst for Ultimate 1. This is a really quick burst. You can do that like mid-combo and it should get your target. Now, the finale is this right here, right? The Meteor of Destruction. I know a lot of you guys are going to want this for sure. Now, if you hold up, you'll be able to summon your master, Zanaku, to help you and do a dual ultimate. We're going to do that right now. This is a 10-bar ultimate.
Pathetic display. Let me show you how it's done.
Pure destruction. Yeah, you're not surviving that. Do not get hit with that. Makes you bow down before you get executed. Pretty crazy. But yeah, that's pretty much what we have for Kaito, God of Destruction. Now, I gotta say, I'm pretty jealous of that move. I don't have anything like that, which means I need to get something like that. I'll definitely have something like that before the tournament arrives. Alright, so me, you guys kind of know what I got going on here, but I'll show you guys anyways. You have my Super Saiyan, and you can only go Super Saiyan while having full ki if you're on the ground and you're not locked onto your opponent, because I have just too many transformations to use all of the inputs. Right? Alternatively, if you lock on and you transform neutrally, you'll go into Super Saiyan 4. Satisfying. Also, if you're in the air and you transform neutral, you're going to Super Saiyan 4, but it'll be much quicker. Cool. Next, we have Super Saiyan God. And of course, you guys know my lightning blue, but I feel like I'm skipping some things here. Let's take it back a notch. My signature move is the Star Stream. That's technique 1. Now, with this move, I can use it, right? And then if I hold left, I can bring them on back to attack my target. I wanted to not have so many different skills on. I wanted to make the best of what skills I have and try to make them a little bit more original. Technique 2 is just Soaring Fist. And of course I have my own counter. When he hits me. There we go. If you just use technique 3 neutrally, it'll be Ki Explosion. If you hold it down, it'll be the counter. Surging Spirit. And yeah. And we also have my neutral, well, my normal ultimate. Ultimate 1 is my Eclipse Burst. Once it hits your target, you press it again to explode it. Or burst it. For now, I just have Super Ki Explosion for Ultimate 2. But I plan to change that up a little bit more to be more original to my character. Alright. Now let's go back to Super Saiyan 4. I hope you're satisfied. With this move, I'm going to use Technique 3, right? When you're guarding and using Technique 3, you can use the Evil Whirlwind. Of course, he wants to grab me. Say wrestling. So you use Evil Whirlwind, and that's pretty much the only time you can use that. It's only set up to do that as a counter. Now, if I use Technique 2, I can use my own grab. And both of these grabs are the same speed. They essentially do the same things, just in different ways. Or I can use Celestial Hammer by holding up in Technique 2. And then we have my neutral, which is always available, but let's say I want to use my other technique. I'll show you. This one is more of a blast. I hold back, and I can do that mid combo when they think they got me, and then I'll get out of the way and blast them. Like that. Or I can just do it neutrally by holding up. Of course, he's hitting me with these. Alright. The next thing we're gonna go to is, let's say, yeah, we'll do Super Saiyan God. And Technique 3 is generally the same. You get your key explosion, you hold back, you always have your counter. But if you hold up, you'll have God Bind. And if you lock off and you hold up, you'll be able to heal yourself by using meditation. But you have to be locked off. And of course, Technique 1 is the same, but Ultimate 1 changes. And that's just the neutral. It doesn't do Eclipse Burst at all. Ultimate 2 is a healing move if you hold up. Otherwise, it's just Super Key Explosion. And Technique 2, it's Soaring Fist, unless you hold up while using it. And then Ultimate 1, if you hold up, man, I got too many skills on my character. Holy moly. So, Technique 3, Narukami, if you just use it neutrally. And if you hold it forward, you'll teleport behind them at the cost of a stamina bar and 2 key bars. You could use Technique 2 is the Lightning Blade. Technique 1, if you hold up, it's also kind of like the Brave Sword attack or something like that. Ultimate 2, I don't think yeah, oh, so this one is Lightning Stream. If you hold up while using it. When in Lightning Blue, whenever you use your evasive, and it doesn't matter which one, it's just using an evasive period. That's how the Super Soul works. If you use your evasive, you will go into like a overcharge mode where you can dodge anything for a certain amount of time. It's not very long. The key with Lightning Blue is to always use your evasive whenever you fight. And whenever you are running out, you want to make sure you break your own stamina so that if they're attacking you, you'll be invincible for the most of the duration of your stamina coming back. This is the other variant of his destruction move. That's the one without Zanaku. We didn't tell him to do that, wasn't part of the script, but okay. Alright. So, what I was gonna say. If I hold left, I can quickly go back into Super Saiyan God. That's not part of the strip. Alright, let's go into Lightning Blue. Hold up, go into Lightning Blue. This is kind of the only thing that you can only do when you actually transform into it neutrally or naturally. You hold left and then you can go into Super Saiyan God. Because this move is not a part of the Awakening, the Awoken skill, it does not let you hold left and go into Super Saiyan God because it just wasn't part of the plan. Alright, now we are going to go into Super Saiyan God. And then we're going to go to the cinematic version of Super Saiyan God Prime. In order to do that, you're going to hold right and transform. Alright, so that's how you would go into that. Now, Super Saiyan God Prime has the power and abilities of Super Saiyan 4 while combined with Super Saiyan God. So, of course, I'll have Celestial Hammer. Of course, I'll have the Face Grab. Of course, I have this. And that. We also have Godbind. And if I lock off, of course, you know, like, so you pretty much will already know how to do this. It's the same way that it will work in Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan 4, right? That just flat out kills him because this is an A-tier form. Of course, if you hold up, you can do this. And you can heal yourself by holding up on Ultimate 2. He has pretty much both powers, the best of both worlds. That's what makes this form so great. Alright, I think we're done with that part. And you can also go into that form by going into Super Saiyan 4 and then holding right. This is a quicker version, which this is going to get replaced. I'm going to replace that animation at some point. That's just Goku's animation for the story. I deserve some custom animations. Alright. Let's go ahead and go back and we're going to get to the real stuff, right? So in order to go into an ultimate form, you need to understand what how Spirit Surge and Ultimate Super Saiyan God stuff works. They use the power of Spirit Surge to make whatever form that they're in go into an ultimate state. So that means if you're in Super Saiyan God or Lightning Blue, you can hold down and you'll go into the ultimate form of that. Ultimate Super Saiyan God, one of my favorite forms. Honestly, all of my forms are one of my favorite forms. So, with this one, he has like a spirit gun sort of thing, and if you hold it in Technic 1, much like Kaito's, much like his, is able to charge it up and you can't block this. And if I hold up, I'll teleport behind him. Now, Technique 2 is a shield. It's a very light shield, of course. And if I press it again, I'll shoot 2 spirit guns at him, and they'll track him. This one also comes with Godbind, and it also comes with the self-heal ultimate in Ultimate 2. Now, S tiers in our community, they give you a special ability, right? For the ability of mine, and we allow only one buff per S tier form. So if I hold up on Surging Spirit, I unlock Spirit Surge for a duration of time, which means I got unlimited ki. But it will cost me a bar of my health, and then it will go away. Since this form heals, it's not a bad price to pay to use Spirit Surge temporarily, because I don't want to be locked into the form because it will destroy me. Alright, so I think that's more or less it for this one. Now, one that's much more fun to fight with, Ultimate Prime. This one is made for fighting. It continuously gains stamina instead of just gaining ki like Ultimate God does. So, this is a fighting machine. You can do a lot. This form is just absolutely beautiful. I've always been more of a fan of the Super Saiyan 4 static. This is just the best form ever for that. Very beautiful, very godly. So this one is a doozy. This one is going to be a lot. All right. So with this one, if you use Technique 1 and you keep pressing it, you'll go into my Thunderburst move. And for those of you guys saying that you probably saw that move before, yeah, you did. I pretty much copied what I saw in this dude's setup and made it myself so that I can put it on my own character as my own thing. Call it plagiarism. And I made my own ending because I didn't like the ending of it. Of course, he has the other Super Saiyan 4 techniques. If you hold up on Technique 2, he'll have this sort of soaring fist thing. If it hits you, he'll teleport into you. And if you hold down, this will stun him so that you can start a combo. Or you can trick him, press it again just before you hit him, and it'll do a Super God Fist from the opposite side. Now if you use it neutrally, it'll grab his face. I gotta tell you, there's so many skills on this one. Ultimate Super Saiyan God should be a little jealous with it. Now, if you hold left on Technique 3, you'll teleport to your opponent and you'll start dashing around him in an after image. If you hold the right side, it'll only do that where you're at, but you won't lose stamina like you would with this one. Once you get to this one, you can continuously do it by holding the right, and you can kind of hit them with a surprise attack. This form is amazing. So if you hold down in Technique 3, you'll have the counter, right? And if you hold up, you'll use Godspeed. And that'll allow you to dodge for a certain amount of time, like Lightning Blue. Instead of it costing 2 bars of stamina, it costs someone just doing the technique out of form 6 bars of stamina. That's the cost to use those abilities. And if you tilt and hold up and B at the same time, you teleport behind him. Sometimes it's a little hard to do. Of course, we have our charge up ability, which will force him into a guarding state, right? Not only this, right? Let's see. I can turn into lightning by holding up on my counter, and I can move around very quickly, and I can use anything to pretty much get out of it. He was so ready for me. Now, this form doesn't have his own unique ultimate, so he just uses Eclipse Burst for now. And note, every punch takes stamina. It'll take stamina from your opponent so that they can eventually be immobilized. And you can just combo them. Of course, he wants to grab me. This ain't wrestling. Alright, yeah, we're gonna turn you off. That did not care. You can do certain combos with it. He's dead. Alright, let's go back to square one. That's pretty much all that one has to show for now. Now, this one I'm not going to tell you guys yet. You're going to have to figure it out on your own. That's your challenge. Alright, this is Spirit Surge. But Spirit Surge, you just can't go into it anymore. Salute to those of you guys who end up figuring it out. But that's going to be your own challenge. It's nothing complicated. I'll tell you what, it's 10 inputs. And you'll know when you're hitting it correctly. It can only go from up, down, left, right, that sort of thing, right? You have to press that while you're transforming. Initially, you hold down to go into Spirit Surge, and then you go into the pattern. If you mess this up, it may lock your ability to transform for a minute. Now, once you hit the 10th input, you do have to hit the descend button, which is your left analog stick. So you're going to see me do it, and I'll show you. You see, when I mess it up, it'll do that. But my abilities won't be locked yet. It'll only be locked if I get into the red and I mess it up. Now my abilities are locked for 1 minute. With Spirit Surge, you have to have perfect control on your spirit energy, and so to turn it into feel for your form. If you can't master that, you'll never have the ability, the awesome power of Spirit Surge. Now let's do it for real. That was just a warm up. Now let's do it for real. The power of Spirit Surge. Now this is your ultimate form right here. With this one, of course, I have the counter, but I also have my shield. On Technique 3, this shield will block most things, except that. If I just use a normal one, because that one has a huge hitbox. I swear I'm embarrassing myself right now. This is not how this is supposed to go. His stuff is just too strong! Alright. It's too strong. So, normal attacks, it will do. I guess not destructive attacks like that. We also have another one, if you hold Technique 2? If you hold oh, I think this is right, yeah, there you go. If you hold Technique 2, or just use it like neutrally, then it'll give you this sparking sort of shield. And this one is dangerous. It's weak, but it does damage. If someone rushes up on you, they'll get hurt pretty bad. It has a lifespan of 2 hits, but you can break it pretty much easily. Also, if you press it again on Technique 2, it'll send 2 orbs at them, and this will chase them down. Now, if I hold down on Technique 2, I can essentially start setting up a bunch of spirit orbs. And if I hold up or just neutral and put my shield up, it'll activate them into attacking my target. Now, of course, I have my own on Technique 1, and I can charge this. A lot of times I like to do something like this where I put my shield on, then I teleport behind them, because it'll kind of send them flying. Sometimes it'll connect with the second attack, sometimes it doesn't. Now in Surging Spirit, if I try to use Surging Spirit, which this one is a new key, so of course I replace that with a skill, I can summon 4 supercharged orbs. These are all as strong as this orb. So if they hit you, they'll do that same amount of damage, and they'll be chasing you the entire time. He just got out of it. What did he transform to? He just take that. Alright, so we also have my ultimate one, which is Black Narukami. This can be charged up to be a 10-bar ultimate, which would pretty much wipe this guy out. Yeah, pretty strong. Spirit Surge has, for his normal grab, this super dramatic animation. I got the idea for that move from watching a Bleach scene, and I just thought, yo, this looks so amazing, I have to have it. I'll show you guys exactly what it is. Alright, so if I hold up on Ultimate 1, I'll be able to use the gigantic key blast. So that's my and Ultimate 2 is not, it's not finished yet. I don't have the one that I'm supposed to have. So it's just Super Key Explosion. However, if I hold up on Ultimate 2, I can use my sword. If I use Descent on my, while using the sword, I can kind of jump to him in an after image, right? If I use the Y button, the heavy, it's a charge. And it costs me a stamina bar each time I do it. Because this is how you're going to start up your ultimate. I can use my parry move. This pretty much keeps me invincible for a high period of time. Moving around, I'm pretty much lightning fast. Like Ichigo's Bankai, which this was all inspired by. And just so you guys can see right here, you have 5 minutes to be in Spirit Surge before you lose all of your powers and you get killed like I'm about to get killed right here. Spirit Surge also recovers all your health. Alright, yeah, this video is mad long, but my character has so much on it. You're seeing why. Alright, so back to what I was saying with this. They can't really attack you while you do this, and you can kind of break out of this when you need to. If I press LB, I'll do like a sort of Getsuga Tensho sort of thing. And that does a lot of damage. So we're going to finish things off like this. This is the finisher. If I press the A button, it'll use a one-time finisher that will seal my weapon afterwards. And there is no way to get out of Spirit Surge. So once you try to de-transform, you will explode. So I kind of use this as a last, I guess a last ditch effort sort of thing when I know I'm about to die anyway, so I'm gonna go out with a bang. This will make you pretty much gone. Like, no one can revive you after this. You're just pretty much screwed up. They can't see you. You've been removed from the game. Now, yeah, even when you restart, you can't see it anymore. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts. This will be available only until the 7th, and then it will be removed from the Patreon Vault Treasures. If you guys have watched it all the way this far, let me know your thoughts. Like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. By the way, we do have a discounted sale going on for lifetime memberships. It is right now going for $110 instead of $150. It will be going on until the 7th as well. So go ahead and get it if you ever want to be a lifetime member. This is your opportunity to get it at this lowest cost. I'll see you guys in the next one.